Good. So
Brooklyn started hip hop.
I know.
It was the Bronx. I mean.
Listen, Linda. All right, we have a special guest in the building, of course.
Oh, don't we?
She's very familiar to the podcast. Life of Eve, EMG Prince.
Come on, son.
Of course, let me introduce my homie, my friend. What's good?
EVE, what up?
The party god.
What's good, everybody?
Go ahead.
Life for Eve Graham, that's what they call me.
Yeah.
Favorite borough.
Come on, don't do that. Why you gotta?
You
don't gotta do it so early.
I'm just saying.
That's right. That's right.
If it's a battle, we gonna start early. You know?
Exactly.
You're right.
So
Set it off.
So you see everybody kind of creeping in. On today's episode, of course, we're talking about the Battle of the Boroughs. But before we get there, we got to handle business. I want to jump to 2020. TJ, hit us with that really quickly.
Okay, tribe. You're listening to a new episode of the Sophisticatedly Ratchet
Live,
podcast.
live.
Because
Live.
you're sophisticated, but you're also ratchet. And you are also going to be so, you can call yourself so ratchet, right? Like, we so ratchet.
That's right.
Okay, same thing, sophisticatedly. So it stands for Sophisticatedly Ratchet. We're just branding it a little different. You can listen to us everywhere you hear podcasts. Every Wednesday we drop new content on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Pandora has podcasts, Amazon has podcasts. And then hop over to our social media. We're on IG at So Ratchet Podcast. We're on TikTok at So Ratchet Podcast. On Threads, we're at So Ratchet Podcast. On Twitter, we're at So Ratchet Pod. And on YouTube, where you can subscribe. Right now, hit that subscribe button right now.
Right.
You can see our beautiful and handsome faces on YouTube at So Ratchet Space Podcast. Hit the follow button right now. Hit the like button right now. The share button right now. The comment button. Drop a comment. Where you repping? Where are you from?
So now,
All right, I think she's done.
Yes, of course. We had to, we just wanted everybody to hear where you can find us at. Now who's up next? Of course, AFF. Word of the week.
Word of the week. Word of the week. Word of the week.
What's the word?
Hurry up, nigga. Come on, nigga. Hurry up.
Got your intro, bro. It's all you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I am Shake, and I'm here to present to you today's Word of the Week. All right. So today's Word of the Week is Rodomontade, right? It's a noun, and it means boastful or inflated talk or behavior. And for the purposes of this episode, I'm going to put it into a sentence. So, the reason why we are here today for this episode is we want to find out which borough has the biggest Rodomontade.
Okay.
Who will win this contest amongst Brooklyn, Bronx, and Queens? Sorry, Staten Island, you're not invited.
Oh my God. We went to the court, boys. What about Manhattan / Harlem?
Uptown is uptown.
Oh God.
Uptown don't count.
Exactly.
They count.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
Shay,
right.
for that word.
What does it mean?
It means boastful and inflated.
Wait. Use it again because I laughed. I'm sorry. Do something else. Do something for me. Let me understand it. For real.
Nah, that was perfect, bro. That was perfect.
The
I lost myself.
I just want to give him flowers. I want to give him flowers. That was good, bro. That was really good, bro.
The Rodomontade of the crowd, you knew they were all from Brooklyn.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Say less. I got you.
Okay.
All right, work.
So, of course, tribe, today's episode is Battle of the Boroughs.
Queens.
Now,
all day. Queens
let me
get the
just,
money.
we have a lot of listeners. We have listeners all over. So in case you don't know, New York, right? We're all from New York, and there's different boroughs. So I'm going to say what all the boroughs are. We have Brooklyn, we have Queens, we have Staten Island, Manhattan, Bronx. Did I leave anybody out? No, I think I hit everybody. So those are the 5 boroughs that are within New York City. So those are just, anybody that's not from New York. We have a lot of listeners. this is what we're talking about. So we're each from a borough or boroughs, you know.
No disrespect to upstate New York, but y'all
Right.
ain't counting this battle.
Right.
Right. I know Rochester, y'all cool. We got respect for y'all. We got
Buffalo,
respect for the Yonkers.
definitely
We got
not.
respect for all of
Yes.
y'all. But y'all ain't in the runners for this
Y'all ain't in
conversation.
the 5
no
boroughs,
disrespect.
you know,
When people
fortunately
say,
for y'all.
sorry,
Don't
go ahead.
involve
We'll
you.
get into that.
All right, so let's jump right in. Let me start. What's y'all favorite thing about your borough, your particular borough where you from?
The favorite thing about my borough?
Yeah.
Oh, you said that's an open question
That's an
for
open
everybody?
question,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, but your parking. So I live in South Jamaica.
Gang.
When I tell you I could just pull up and parking is right there in front of my house, you don't understand how clutch that is until you have it. I feel like people who live uptown, they've never had that before, so they don't know how good it could be. You know what I'm saying? But parking is a big deal for me. You know what I'm saying?
I wanna co-sign
Like to
that.
be able to pull in
I
and
want to co-sign that.
I love it.
I ain't never heard an alternate side of the street parking in Queens. Like where I live,
Yeah,
I ain't never had to wake
twice
up
a week.
at 7 in the morning to move a car and then get it 10 o'clock on a Wednesday. Nah,
So Queens
Yeah.
takes
we ain't
that?
got none of that. We ain't got none of that. in Queens.
Well, we're gonna do
Okay.
rapid fire.
I ain't
We
mad
ain't
at
get
Yeah, I
that.
hate parking.
I ain't
I'm
mad
in
at
the
that.
Bronx.
And so what's my favorite thing about my borough is we multifaceted. We hood, we sophisticated, we everything. We exactly what this said. Sophisticatedly ratchet. That's my borough. That's my borough right there. All
What
in
makes it sophisticated? What makes it ratchet to you?
I mean, you know, we have some good things in the Bronx. You know, we have some sophisticatedly stuff like me. I'm sophisticated.
Oh,
I'm
so
sophisticated.
people like you.
People
are
like me,
sophisticated.
sophisticated.
Okay,
Then we have
okay.
our little ratchet. You know, we got our Cardi B's. You know, we got our Ice Spices. You know,
Yeah,
we got Ace Boogie with the hoodie. That's Highbridge, by the way. If y'all ain't from the Bronx, it's Highbridge area. Shout out to y'all Highbridge. All right. So you know, I think Bronx got we're more multifaceted. Multifaceted. That's what I would say.
I respect it.
Okay. I'll say for me, you know, I'm a hybrid type of nigga, but I still rep Queens. So I'll say this. As far as my favorite part when I used to live in Brooklyn, I think Brooklyn had the most culture for me in terms of living in Brooklyn. At any given point, I'm Flash is Jamaican, West Indian roots. At any point I can go from knowing that, hey, there's a dice game over here, hood shit going on over here. As far as and I'm repping where I'm from. I was raised in Vanderveer Projects. That's just where I'm from. And I feel like it was a lot of culture. You can go from one corner, you winning money, next corner you buying sugar cane. Another corner another corner you buying fucking cassettes for your music and shit like that. It was so much culture for me in Brooklyn growing up as a kid especially. So I say like I found a lot of culture just being from New York in Brooklyn. And but the latter part of my life I lived in Queens, and I say parking is definitely a real
Plus,
thing.
bro,
It's clutch.
it's a game
It's
changer.
clutch.
We got driveways and shit.
in Queens, and
Y'all showing off. Shut up.
I'm basics, just basics, just basics, bro.
damn, I don't know. I ain't gonna hold you. And I love Queens. I still rap Queens, but maybe Queens for me had also a lot of diversity. I worked in Queens a lot of my life, and I worked in so many different neighborhoods in Queens, and Queens was just diverse as far as I've interacted with so many different ethnicities and shit. So it was just like I've grown to know different types of people in Queens.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna just jump in.
Okay.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Just
Brooklyn.
go hold that right
No,
there.
definitely
Just in case you
screenshotted
didn't see, I'm
that.
gonna
Nah, I got you.
So
Okay.
Brooklyn has great food,
okay.
Okay.
very
Yeah, I get
diverse,
that.
like you said.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you guys are like, parking is great, but we have a lot of new things in Brooklyn. We got new buildings.
Yeah.
We have parking lots. We have valet now.
Excuse me.
But I just want to let you know that Brooklyn is covered up.
Okay. Now y'all
Okay.
got valets and shit.
We got valet now.
Okay.
All right.
Showing
So
off, bitch.
we just showed
And we
up.
got the bridge y'all love to come across.
Uh-huh.
Right. You
Right.
know, I've never been
Bridge.
across the bridge. I need to do
Yeah.
that. I gotta do that. I gotta do that.
So,
But
so
I'm
I feel like
Oh, go ahead.
I don't want to be Rodomontade about this, but when it comes to Queens, I really think it's the best borough. I said it earlier. I really meant it. What I love most about my borough is that we got so many black people there.
Okay.
I love my people. I love my people so much. Not all the time, but I love my people. And I feel like being in and I represent Jamaica, Queens, and that's North Side and South Side. I recently learned the difference. I was repping the whole thing wrong, but nonetheless, I love it. I worked in the city for a long time, and I would be in the city so often surrounded by white people. It made me feel happy to be able to come back to my neighborhood with my people. It was really special to have that for myself. And I used to travel like an hour-and-a-half commute. It was crazy every day, but I love that about Queens.
Can I mention one thing?
Wait,
too?
hold up. Before you go, he said the word. We didn't take a shot, so. I guess
my
You
fault.
play the game?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Respect me.
You get a point.
Respect me.
Yo, I will say this. One of my other favorite things about being also from Queens, I met some of my most favorite people who hustle from Queens. Queens taught me how to hustle. Shit you not. Brooklyn had a lot of culture for me, but Queens niggas taught me how to hustle. And I say that to say, you know, Flash comes from a understanding of like project backgrounds and all this other shit. But I felt like Queens niggas, they never ever like showed failure for how to get money or how to hustle shit. And we was doing shit from even like high school in terms of whether it was like knowing how to win dice games or knowing how to hustle online. I felt like I met a lot of niggas who was just like ahead of their time in terms of how they wanted to hustle shit. So, you know, I really like take on to that as far as like a Queens mentality. Like you hustle in Queens. So, yeah.
All right.
Hey tribe, I interrupted the episode just to let you know that we got merch and you need to get you some. Whether you're sophisticated with a touch of ratchet or the other way around, we got something for everybody. Find a t-shirt or hoodie that fits your personality best. Go to soratchetshop.com and cop yours today. All right, let me let you get back to the episode. Bye.
Thank you for that. So let's well, we did have a ratchet thought.
Okay.
The ratchet thought is Queens is the hardest borough to navigate.
Who said that?
Road, street, avenue.
Who's ratchet thought? Who's ratchet thought?
Yeah, that's a ratchet thought.
That's a ratchet thought.
That's a ratchet
agree or
thought.
disagree with it?
Yes.
Ratchet thoughts is signature.
Ratchet thought, yes. It's signature to the SR podcast. It's a thought. We say yes, no, sophisticatedly ratchet. So
Whether you agree or
whether you agree or disagree, I think Queens is one of the hardest boroughs to navigate. What do y'all think?
Okay.
Oh, thank you for being real, Mash. I appreciate
You
you.
said what?
I say yeah.
You say yes.
Y'all
It could have
tripping.
been
Y'all
unanimous.
tripping.
Yeah.
Is it
Y'all
not?
tripping. Y'all see my answer.
I
I'm gonna
put-
tell
It
y'all
would have
why.
been unanimous.
I put
Is it
yeah.
unanimous?
No, it's not, nigga. You
He
see my
said
answer.
no, right? That's what I'm saying.
Well-
See, I mean, for me, I said sophisticatedly ratchet because, you know, if you know Queens, it's like, it's not crazy. Like, it's different for me. I grew up there. I was born there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to be honest with you, is it the hardest place to navigate? I'm trying to think of a harder place to navigate.
We're talking about the boroughs.
Yeah, I'm thinking,
Okay.
trying to think of a harder place to navigate.
A harder borough.
It might be the hardest place
Okay,
to navigate.
okay.
I'm just
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Exactly.
I'm going with you,
Exactly.
bro.
I'm telling you.
I was just
Exactly.
switching together.
Y'all really got
I
shit.
can't think of
Go
anything
ahead.
else. If you don't say it's not if it's not the hardest, you have to figure out which one is harder.
Yeah, you're
But-
not gonna
all
find
right,
one.
So I guess for me,
Another language.
Go ahead,
no,
Flash.
Queens always for me it follow like there's a math system to it.
Uh-huh.
As somebody who worked in cable, I had to go all over Queens in terms of like navigating, driving and shit. So for me, Queens is like a XY axis as far as like numbers. So you got to understand that one starts here on the left, and it incrementally moves up to the right. So if you know you're talking about like First Street it starts here, and when you're going towards more streets, you're going to the right.
Manhattan's like that too.
Right. And so when you're talking about avenues now, avenues is the I don't want to fuck it up, but whatever axis this is, up to down and shit.
Flash.
What's up?
Is there any borough that's harder than Queens to
Exactly.
navigate?
That's what we
I think Brooklyn is harder to navigate than Queens.
It really is. You
The
think
Brooklyn
so?
and the Bronx.
You think so?
And I've worked, and
you think all the boroughs are harder?
you know what it is because and I'm gonna tell you why. Because every time I went to a place in the Bronx, it's always a name, and when you have a name, you have to look at a map or something and see
Yeah,
like
'cause the shit ain't in
where is
alphabetical
this?
order. Y'all didn't be
Yeah.
throwing
You can't-
names out your ass like
this,
But
like
Queens has-
no, no, no,
Bruckner
no, no,
Expressway,
no, 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 don't
Gun
do that,
Hill
don't do that,
Road.
don't do that because you know what it is at least Queens,
Arthur Ave.
if they said like 130th Avenue, at least you know like all right, I got to go down in some way because they give you the house number too.
That's a fact.
And
I
if,
give you
if
that.
they say like Bronx, it'd be like no, don't do that. It'd be like Arthur Drive, and you got to be
Let me
like
know when you're gonna tap.
There's no Arthur Drive, but anyway.
I don't give a
It's
fuck.
Avenue.
I'm just telling you,
You
we
said
got
we didn't have
we got a
avenues,
number
we have
system
avenues,
usually that works for us.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Am
feel
I
it.
tapped in?
All
Does
right.
that mean it?
Go ahead.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead. You want to
So,
disrespect
I
me?
don't know what he's talking about, but because he had to mention house numbers, that's what makes Queens so difficult to understand.
'Cause it's
It'd
dash.
be 130
Dash.
42,
Yes.
46,
Yep.
and then it'd be 142 Street Road, 142 Road, 142
Street
Avenue.
I agree.
Lane.
It's like
Lane,
142
yes.
Lane,
Drive. Thank
It's a
you.
lot of
River,
truth to that.
like,
It's a lot of truth to
Am I
that.
going?
It's a lot of truth to
Am I
that.
going to First Avenue and First Road?
Can't argue with that.
Don't know what
It is. I'm sorry.
Numbers,
yeah.
have a seat.
I
Have
say-
a seat.
I say
Nobody
yes.
comes to visit you or your driveway.
I say
okay?
yes. It is difficult. Like myself, Eve, and TJ said it. Road, street, avenue. Which you fucking confused.
I think.
Wait, hold on. Eve, you agree with that though? Is
Yeah.
Queens the hardest to navigate?
Yes.
Yeah, she said yes.
Nah, but here's the
I
thing.
could get around better in the country. You just go to the dirt road, make a left. Queens, like that's Brooklyn. Queens is crazy, bro.
I can contest.
Crazy.
I can contest. I went to Rosedale one year looking for a party. This is back in the day when I used to take dollar cabs. I was looking
got
for
lost
a
in your
party
own
in
borough.
Rosedale on foot. Okay, that is a problem, son, because you feel like you're walking in circles.
So-
Right.
And I can't really. That's why I couldn't say anything, yo. At least with the name streets, they just be going like straight up. Like you can follow it like up, to,
So-
and if you know what street it is, and then where like main streets are, you can find your way.
I'm gonna say this: the first time you ever get lost in Queens, once you figure out the difference between like 23rd Street and 23rd Ave, you're gonna realize like, oh, and you'll never get lost again. All right, you only get one time to get lost in Queens before you realize like it's two different domains as far as like what street, avenue, road, or whatever it lives on.
I think Queens
That's
is the
all.
hardest because it takes the most effort to figure out.
It does.
Like you
It
gotta
does.
really like take your time to figure out street, avenue, lane,
Road and
boulevard,
shit. Okay.
and you gotta know where the streets
Ain't nobody got
intersect
time
at.
for that.
I mean,
Let's go
most
back
of
to
us
the
GPS
Bronx.
it anyway, so I mean,
Yeah.
that's GPS has changed the game 100%.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah,
So
GPS,
anyway.
100%.
You know what's not on here but should have been?
What?
Dead ends.
Well, you can say it was
Where's
that.
the most
Queens got dead ends.
Queens.
Queens got a lot of
Queens got
dead
the
ends.
most dead
Oh,
ends.
yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
We just bring it
100%.
up. We talk about
Every
it.
lane, street, drive, road, river got a dead
Got a
end.
Yeah, for sure.
You be going down
That is
there.
something.
All right. So let me ask y'all a question though. How you know somebody's not from New York or from one of the 5 boroughs?
When they ain't never had a bacon, egg, and cheese.
There you go. What's another one?
If they don't know what Ak means, you better know who Ak is. Like if I say Ak,
Fact.
like you know who Ak is. Ak is that's like agnostically who makes the thing I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Ak.
We talked about you ain't from New York if you ain't never jump a turnstile.
that's a
Facts,
fact.
facts,
That's a
facts.
fact.
Well, dang. Yeah, I
You ain't from New York if you ain't never got a ticket.
That's a fact.
Ticket.
Shoot. You ain't from New York if you ain't never been to Central Park.
Okay.
Try
All
it.
right, now I give it to you.
Yeah.
I'll
do
give
that.
you that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You ain't from New York if you can't read the street signs. Like the parking signs. Most foreigners don't know how to read
Yeah,
the
that's
parking
hard to
signs.
read
That
the
shit is like,
parking
it's like it's in
signs.
another
No,
language.
that's true.
That's true.
That's true, because they have the arrow going up this way, but from here back.
Yo, wait, I got another. I got another one.
Okay.
I got another one too. You ain't from New York if you ain't have a chopped cheese, which we talked
Nah, that's
about.
a fact.
Okay.
That's fact. That's fact.
Fact.
Yo, you ain't from New York if you don't cut in line in traffic.
Yo, that's a fact. That is a fact. I feel like that's the only time my moms go crazy in the car when we drive together. She be like, "You gonna skip all these people?" I'm like, "Mom, you know I'm gonna skip all these people, especially on the exit.
We are not
Nobody
waiting.
waits in line."
Or you gotta
patience.
find one weak person and just
Sucker.
get him, pull right in front of him. It'd be so smooth, he ain't gonna feel it.
Anything else? Anything else?
Hold on.
Go ahead. Flash is thinking.
I'm thinking so. Y'all go ahead.
Okay.
Nobody else?
I mean, you know you're from New York if you've been on the train before.
Right, exactly. And you
You
ain't
rode
from New
the
York if you
MTA?
ain't walked past a dice game.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Facts.
I would say specifically for the road in the
Road-
Bronx.
Yeah.
They be hustling for you.
Facts.
You ain't from New York if nobody never walked past you talk about I got gas.
Facts.
If you ain't know
Okay.
anybody walk past you, like, I got gas. I got gas. You were like, see you later.
What's that mean?
That's
Facts.
the new thing.
Yeah, gas.
You ain't from New York if you ain't got a favorite Biggie song.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that.
You ain't from New York if you don't got a favorite Jay-Z song.
Guys.
If you don't got a favorite Jay song, you're not from New York.
Right.
J and Biggie, I give it to you. J
All
and
right, so I'm
Biggie.
gonna keep it on New York. All right. When you from New York, what are questions that people ask you?
What's it like?
Why we so rude?
Yeah, I used to get that a lot.
Do you know?
Right.
Do you know? Because everybody in other
Oh, do
places
you know
that's
how to
not
get
in the
this?
building,
Yeah,
do
do
you
you
know
know?
such and such? Like,
Yeah.
no.
Right.
But
I
now,
think-
you know, different
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
places, everybody know each other.
I went to school in I went to college in North Carolina. When I got on that campus, everybody, oh, can you Harlem Shake? Can you Harlem Shake? Can you Harlem Shake? Every minute was a Harlem Shake. I'm like, nigga. Yes. Everybody from right. Oh my God.
Cause I know you were saying you're from
so I'm
uptown.
like, and then when I'm from New York, it's like it was a big deal. First of all, they said I had an accent, and I'm like, I don't got an accent.
You
They-
do.
you know,
We
but
do have an accent, but
I-
it don't
right,
sound
to
like
them,
an accent
right,
to us.
of course,
Yeah.
because they're Southerners. So of course to them, I had like the biggest accent. Everything they was asking me to Harlem Shake, do everything. I'm like,
You
oh my
perform for
God.
them though?
Of course I did.
definitely
Because you
did.
know, well let me tell you
That was cute.
But I have to
Can
tell
you do the Harlem Shake? Yeah.
Nah, but let me tell you when I went out there because I was straight, you know, and that's. Can I talk about New Yorkers? Because that's how we are. Everything about us is, yo, we from New York, right? I went out there, had my Vanson Vasquez on, straight New York. Everything about me, New York. I'm gonna let you know I'm from New York. That was that.
I think one of the best things about traveling internationally when you're from New York is everybody know that. Like
Yeah.
you run into somebody like, where you from? Like, I'm from New York. Like, oh, you're in New York.
Yeah.
If you from like Spokane, you know, Tennessee, anybody gonna know what that is.
Yeah, no, that's
Everybody
very
gonna know what
true.
New York is.
And that's international too.
Yeah.
Because if you go to like Australia or China and someone says New York, everybody knows. Oh, New York. New
Right,
York.
right.
Yo, you know what's crazy? When Mo was talking about, like, you know, people can hear the accent, I know exactly what that means. And the crazy thing is, like, yo, I went to a like a job function. It's like, you know, a training and stuff like that with people from all over the place. A conference. There we go. And everybody that heard me immediately knew I was from New York. And I'm saying, like, yo, what am I saying that's making y'all know I'm from New York? Like, apparently we overemphasize our R's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's our R. I think the key is in the R's. When they hear the R's, they're like, yeah, he's from New York.
Give me some words that start with the R.
That's right.
R's in it.
Nigger.
Rodomontade.
Oh, that's a good one.
That don't count. That don't count. That
Words that
don't count.
start with R. Words that start with R. He said words that start with
Said
R.
the word.
He
He
didn't
just
say
said the word. He
sentence
didn't say a sentence. So
I
I'm
used
like,
the word. I
right.
used the word
That's
correctly
The
at that.
word.
well, whatever. Moving on. We're gonna do a rapid fire really quickly.
Okay.
Do what you gotta do.
We have boroughs on our phone, and I'm gonna
Okay.
ask a question, and we're gonna hold up what borough that is. Okay, guys?
Talk about it.
So let's talk about it. Let's go. All right. I'm gonna start. I gotta start off like this.
Who got cards?
Which borough has the best rapper?
Oh, man.
Or the best rappers? I have two answers.
Mine isn't working.
I'm gonna go with.
Yo, Eve, you're not gonna do this the whole game though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, I have this, and I got two though.
Moderator,
But Eve,
call it out.
I'm on your
All
side
right.
today.
So we
Same,
got-
same.
we got
Eve,
Brooklyn.
Eve, I'm on your side today.
All right.
Same.
We got-
Wait, there's other answers?
Yeah.
Shade. That
That's
sounds like
like
shade.
Because I'm moderating.
That
We
sound
got
like
Brooklyn.
shade.
Wow.
Okay, we got Brooklyn for me, Brooklyn, Bronx,
I'm going to just say Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, and Queens.
Queens.
Okay.
Really quickly, just we're gonna
We're
go
going
around and say
through it.
why. Just really quickly. Go ahead.
Wait, what was the question again?
What? And you answered?
Next.
Which
Go
borough
ahead,
got
Eve.
the
Didn't
best
you
rappers?
Go ahead, Eve. Okay, she said Biggie.
Okay.
The biggest.
She said Biggie.
She's
I'll
without
leave
saying it.
Jay-Z for you guys.
All right.
Okay.
I said Brooklyn. Well, let me start off with why I said Brooklyn and Bronx. I said Bronx first of all. I go Rodomontade for my borough.
Talk
okay?
about it. That's a
Second
word.
5
Okay.
all day. But I said Bronx. Oh, I said Bronx. Brooklyn definitely. But I said Bronx only because if it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit probably never would be going on. Let's keep it
Okay,
real.
okay.
That's where hip hop started. That's where it originated. So we starting with the
Wait,
Bronx.
wait.
Brooklyn,
Wait,
though?
no.
Go ahead.
Is your favorite rapper from the Bronx? though?
Lord Tariq and
No,
Peter
that's
Guns.
what
That's
what I said.
okay.
That's
That's
I
you
just-
going
I
with.
just
Right.
said-
That's
I
not
wanted
a
to know.
favorite.
I
That's
wanted
who
to
you
know.
got.
I wanted to know.
I was
Because you
curious.
popping all this if it
said
wasn't for the Bronx.
Because that's where it started from. We got
That's your
Remy Ma,
national
we got
anthem.
Cardi
I get
B.
it.
Come on, we got Ace Boogie, but you know Jay-Z, Biggie. I mean, hands
It's
down,
your favorite
it
rapper
is.
from the Bronx,
Next,
though.
I already.
What
I
was
just
the question again?
I asked her if her favorite rapper was from the Bronx.
No, we got Fat Joe.
Exactly,
Go ahead,
exactly.
Tim.
Is Fat Joe your favorite rapper?
No, I said.
We know who you got.
Thank you.
We know who you got.
Just say Remy Ma. Just say Remy Ma.
I'm giving Remy my shout
Give it
out.
to Remy. Give it to Remy. Give it to Remy.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
I'm gonna say the Bronx only. Well, I said Brooklyn,
Yeah, I
but
said Brooklyn.
I echo what Mo said. You have to hear what she said. Y'all wasn't listening.
Yeah, I wasn't listening.
She's
That's
just saying
my
she's
favorite.
paying homage to the Bronx.
We're not
because
knocking that.
Hip hop started
Let it go,
because
though.
of the
Let it go,
Bronx,
though. Let it go,
but
though.
our favorite rappers
from
might be from
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
from
like
Brooklyn.
you
That's
know
not
Jay
even-
Z,
I'm not being
Biggie
funny.
Smalls. Yeah,
I'm just telling the truth.
but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Who you got?
Oh, my favorite rapper. One of my favorite rappers is Biggie. I'm a fan of the art of freestyling. If you ever know Flash freestyles, you're not gonna see me doing this shit live ever, unless I make content for the shit. But I'm a fan of freestyling, and when I used to watch videos of Biggie freestyling, it really just inspired me. So I'll just say like, yeah, Biggie's definitely one of my favorite rappers. Absolutely.
Got you. Oh, Queens all day, every day. If you can't see the sign, says Queens here. All right. This is home of Nasir Jones. I mean, I used to think my man Hov was one of the greatest, but I feel like Nas is beating him out. He keeps putting out hot shit, and it is consistently hot shit. And I just can't sleep on Nas at all. I mean, like, there was a competition at one point in time, but now I just feel like he's just my guy as far as between the two.
Yo, so back to myself.
Sorry, hold on, wait. Y'all not gonna sleep on my man LL either. All of y'all love an LL
That's
song.
right. That's
All of
right.
y'all do.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to be
Cool J.
clear.
I'm
We
not knocking
all love an
that.
LL
Nah, I
song.
don't know.
I thought you was gonna say
I
50
want to
Cent.
kind of.
That's my number 3. That's my backup in case I gotta convince y'all, cause we all know in the
can't
club, and
stand
we all know birthday.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm from back in the day. You know what? I said Brooklyn, but just to comment on what you said, freaking LL Cool J. You gotta remember the cannabis LL Cool J.
Yes.
beef?
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
cannabis fried LL.
Yes, he
You know
did.
what I'm saying?
Yes, he did.
All the way up. LL had to show his muscles in every video after that to try to get
Licking
back.
them lips on double times.
Destroyed him. Bro, Mike Tyson out. I loved it. But I picked Brooklyn because, Biggie Smalls, freaking Jay-Z. Those are some of my favorite. I love Nas. You can't sleep on Nas.
Nah.
But you know, the classics, I ain't going to hold you. There's so many classics with Jay-Z and freaking Biggie. You know what I'm saying? And if I had to pick one or the other, I got to pick Jigga Man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right. So next,
I said Brooklyn too, but if there was a third, I would go to Queens because 50 Cent.
Fair.
Yeah,
All right.
I like
Fair
50
enough.
Cent.
Okay. All right. So rapid fire. Which borough would you not want to live in?
Oh shit! I already know
The
this one.
Bronx.
You could say
Fuck you.
Really?
immediately.
Out of this.
Okay.
Immediately.
Okay, I'm gonna read them out. Y'all
Oh,
bugging.
I have
This
to
is
say
this
it?
is the borough.
That's easy.
Yeah, I
Thank
ain't
you,
gonna
thank you,
hold
Flash.
Wait.
Thank you,
Staten
Flash.
Island there?
Thank you, Flash.
Yeah, even put Staten
Thank
Island.
you.
What you got,
I
man?
don't have it.
I got
so-
the Bronx.
Okay.
don't know.
So we got the Bronx, Staten Island.
I'm gonna say Staten Island too.
I said Staten Island, the Bronx. What is that?
Bronx.
And the Bronx. Like, y'all coming hard for my borough.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys said Staten Island because you stay in the Bronx.
No, maybe.
Yeah.
Because you
What
can't take,
Yeah.
you can't take
You got
it
no other options,
Yeah.
right?
You have no other option, so I understand.
Y'all probably never seen the ferry. Like, have you ever seen the ferry before?
We have.
Excuse me.
What color is it?
Excuse me.
What color is the
Hold
ferry?
on.
Because I would rather stay on an island than stay in the Bronx.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, really?
And
But
I'm
you
keep it
fly
real.
on Spirit, bitch?
No,
I love
exactly.
Fly on
Spirit.
Spirit.
I love
Hold on,
Spirit.
And I'm, the reason
I
why
love
bring up
Spirit.
the reason why I'm saying Staten Island because I was an avid traveler to Staten Island because at the time my man lived in Staten Island and I used to have to travel there. I'm good on traveling in Staten Island. Okay.
So
I'm good.
I said the Bronx.
That's where you won't want to live.
It's in the
I'm not
Bronx.
living in the Bronx. I'm not
Definitely
living in
because
Staten
of parking. Y'all remember what I was saying about parking? You remember what I said about parking?
my nigga.
Definitely the Bronx.
Okay. Anybody else?
Wait. I have a question though. Which borough is Long Island part of? That's Queens, right?
That's Queens.
technically-
It's not a
That's
borough.
It's not a borough.
Yo,
It's
hey
Long
guys.
Island.
You didn't
Hey,
listen to
you guys,
the
can I
whole
give-
preview she
It's
gave?
not a borough. We're not counting Long Island for
No,
that.
it's
Can-
not a borough.
No,
Can-
it's not a borough.
Can I give our
Shout out
listeners
to
a
Long
little?
Island, though.
Can I give a-
Much love to
Shout
Long
out to
Island.
Can I give my
Long
listeners a
Island.
little tidbit? Okay, I want to give my listeners a little tidbit. All right, we're gonna cut out the Rodomontade for a second, and I'm going to give you a little tidbit. The tidbit is Queens and Brooklyn are part of Long Island. It's all
Don't do
one.
that.
Brooklyn, Queens, and Long Island are all one island. And a lot of people don't know this, but like, yo, you ever cross any bridges? No, we're all on the same island.
No, you do.
It's Long Island.
You
No,
have
that's
to
a
cross
fact.
a bridge from
No.
Long Island.
It's Long Island
No,
is
he's right.
all
No, he's
four.
not.
Okay.
It is
He's right.
Brooklyn,
It's all one
Queens,
landmass. It's
Nassau
all one.
County, and Suffolk County.
He said
Tidbit.
so much conviction. I don't know.
Exactly.
Nah, he's right. It's not a shake fact.
We'll
That's a
call it a
fact.
shake
That's a
That's a
fact.
fact.
That's a
All
fact.
That's why LIU is
I'm
in
moving us-
freaking.
A lot of the
I'm moving us
streets you
swiftly,
cross
so
to
we
get
got
on
a
the
lot of
bridge.
questions. We got a lot of
All
questions.
bridges.
Which borough?
Linden Boulevard goes all the way.
That's true.
guess
Y'all ready?
so.
Which borough got the best fashion?
See?
This is slash. It's Manhattan, but it's slash Harlem.
Yeah, we had a whole
This is
discussion
Harlem.
on this already, and I'm
Again,
sorry.
Gotta go back to Queens.
I'm be
I
honest
mean,
with you. I'm
best-
be honest with you.
Queens, okay.
Best, yeah, I'm gonna go with
Gotta
Queens.
go
I'm gonna go with
Queens.
Queens.
I'm Manhattan.
Okay. Queens. Okay.
I say Queens.
I said Queens. I said
Queens
Manhattan
get
because Manhattan is actually the borough, but I'm talking about Harlem.
Okay, specifically Harlem.
Specifically Harlem.
Specifically.
You say T? TJ?
Harlem.
Harlem. Queens.
Oh, Queens all the way.
Yo,
Oh,
our
yeah.
Bronx
The
people
best
think all the same
fashion?
shit. I didn't
I say
notice that.
Queens.
All right, so
Bronx
I
people.
don't want to flex on how much style Queens
They
got,
move
but I
in
feel like
unison.
we were the first ones to really christen the beef and broccolis. All right, you ain't see people really rocking beef and broccoli, so people in Queens rocked it. You ain't really see people rocking
I
Tim's
disagree
like
with
General.
that. I had beef and Broccoli's, and I never been to Queens as a kid. When I was a kid back then, I had beef.
Where you from again?
That's where the
I'm from the
fashion came
Bronx.
from. He's trying to tell you.
I'm from the
Like you
Bronx.
didn't even know.
And I
Like
went
they
to
whispered
school. I went
in
to
your
school in
ear.
Harlem. I went to school in Harlem. It was not about Queens and Harlem. I'm being real.
They brought
I went
it.
to
They
school
brought
in
it up
Harlem.
there, bro.
Whenever I see
dancing.
anybody with a mean shoe game, they from Queens. All right, I rarely met people from the Bronx who have mean shoe games. No disrespect to the Bronx. Talk about my experience.
Excuse me, I'm from the Bronx. My shoe games, I had Bo Jacksons, I had Vasquez, every sneaker.
You might be the first.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, I have a question, cause I know y'all from like other boroughs and shit, but did y'all have like a specific place to shop for fashion at?
In the
Bronx.
Bronx.
Like
Where'd y'all
in the
spot?
Bronx,
Where'd y'all
because
get your
the
gear
Bronx-
from in
because
the
when I think
Bronx?
about
Well,
Queens,
Tell them
Yes.
about Queens.
No,
Tell them
but
about
when I
Queens, bro.
No, I just wanna know.
Basic and basic closet.
No. All right, all right. Let me rephrase what I'm saying. If you live in Queens, you know like the Ave is one of the most popular.
You went to
Right.
Jamaica
Jamaica
Ave,
Fordham
some of
Road
the
is
best
big,
pizza
okay.
in Queens is on Jamaica Ave.
So you're saying Fordham Road was
Fordham
like
Road
where
is
you
big.
can go for fashion and all that other shit.
You can, but to be honest, like for instance, when I had a Vanson, which is and I got that from Manhattan. That's what.
Jamaica Avenue held down a generation.
Jamaica Day,
All right,
Jamaica
shout out
Avenue.
to the Coliseum block.
Jamaica
All
Ave.
right,
And this is why I
shout
say
out-
Queens. What he's
Put my first
talk
gold
about
chain
it.
on
Shout out
Jamaica
to anybody
Ave.
who know you got parking on the top of the Coliseum. You
Yes.
gotta drive around the back and go
Absolutely.
up top. You know what I
You
mean?
know what I'm
Like,
saying?
that type of hood.
It's
I
like,
Shout out.
it's like Jamaica Avenue was like your one-stop shop for
Facts.
fashion,
Sneakers,
music,
clothes,
sneakers,
music.
culture, everything. You don't have to go anywhere else. Like you go to Jamaica Avenue and you're gonna find whatever flavor you're looking for and shit.
And
No.
you're gonna find every train to get
Facts.
you out of
Facts.
Queens.
And
It's
shout
on
out-
Jamaica Avenue.
Yeah.
And shout out to the former dollar cabs. You know what I'm saying? They
Word.
used
Shout
be
out to the
called
Jamaican dollar
cab.
vans.
Now they like $3, but
All right.
dollar cabs used to
Facts.
be like it was fire, yo.
Dumb
The
niggas
vans,
is breaking the
the
law,
cars.
breaking the law. Yo, you want to get somewhere fast? You hop in a dollar van. They gonna
Facts.
fucking they gonna jump the double yellow. They gonna blow the lights. They gonna honk the horn the
Everything.
way through.
Go get you
And they
where you gotta
honking
go
the
now.
horn not to tell people to speed up, but to let the people know in the intersection that they coming through. And they had a specific sound of their horn. Dollar
Yo,
vans
Flash.
is the truth.
All right.
Yo, Flash, you used to say you used to practice your voice so they know it was your stop coming up.
Yeah, back door. Like, nah, that was yeah, when I was on the bus. Like, I've seen so many niggas fail at saying back door properly, and I'll be like, oh, you didn't say it loud enough.
He ain't never gonna hear you like that. Let me say it for him.
So I'll be like, and you gotta know how to say it for a nigga. I'll be like, when he say, he be like, oh, you too low. You gotta be like, back door.
All right, I'm gonna move on really quickly. This is rapid fire. Which borough has, I guess, the most attractive people?
Gonna keep my
Yeah.
card out. Just gonna
Well,
keep
from
my
my
card out,
experience.
yeah.
From my experience. From my experience. From my experience.
Okay.
There we go. I think the chicks in Queens be bad, but they be stuck up
They do.
crazy.
They
I
do.
be
I'ma say-
hating
well, I'ma
them
say- I'ma
chicks.
say
They do.
two.
They do.
hating
They
them.
do. What you got, moderator?
I said Brooklyn, but I'm also saying the Bronx only because we have a lot of Spanish female and they,
Okay.
and they-
Spanish don't equal
and they
beauty,
love,
okay.
you know, guys love the Dominicans
They
and
love
go to,
going to
they love
Dykeman.
going to Dykeman. So I'm gonna say, but I have Brooklyn in the Bronx for that reason. I'm
We
giving
got
it
a lot
that.
of the mixed babies.
Yeah.
I picked one answer.
But I put
It's only
Brooklyn
one.
for a guy.
You know what I'm
There
saying?
can only be one, bro.
We're in Manhattan, Flash.
Okay.
I feel like anywhere in Manhattan, my nigga.
Anywhere in Manhattan.
I feel like Manhattan is so everybody comes. If you want to say like
Trendy.
party, like you go to Manhattan.
Nah, shout out to Lower East Side.
No, I'm being honest.
Shout out to
if
Lower
you want
East
to
Side.
party,
Shout out
if
to
you think
Lower
about
East Side.
party, like
Yes,
I'm
sir.
talking about
But
this type
most
of party.
attractive,
Yes,
though,
sir.
is what
Most
you're
attractive.
saying. Most
But they're not
attractive.
from Manhattan. They coming from.
Right, they come from everywhere though.
Right.
This is what I'm
Okay.
saying. I've had a
Shout
lot
out to
of
the Lower.
like what you talking about, like Webster Hall and all that other
Lower East
type of
Side.
shit. I'm being
Different,
honest,
son.
and I'm a Queens nigga. I'm a semi Brooklyn nigga, but where I've had like some of my most diverse experiences and like I've had so much other memorable parties. It's Manhattan. I'm gonna be honest with you.
All right.
Like everybody comes through to like hit
That
a
hub.
club in Manhattan that you know is like a big club.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like the big clubs are in Manhattan, in my
That's a fact.
opinion.
That's true. That's a fact. We're the most attractive people.
Oh, attractive people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Bronx because I'm from the Bronx and I'm cute.
Okay, talk about it.
Good answer. That's
Okay,
safe bet.
go ahead,
Safe
man.
bet. I mean, you already know what it is. My joint glitched out for a second. It's still Queens.
Okay.
I mean, Queens everything.
Same Brooklyn.
Cause I'm from there.
Who's cute from Queens?
Me? What you
What?
talking
All
about?
right.
What you talking about?
Okay. Eve with
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. All right. There we go.
Wait, Eve,
I said
wait,
Brooklyn for the
Eve,
niggas too. I
Eve,
said
what's your favorite club to party in Brooklyn though?
we ain't talking about party.
Oh, we didn't say that?
No,
We-
we
that's
get
coming
there.
up next.
Okay, my fault.
Jumping
I'm
the
jumping.
gun.
I'm
You
jumping the gun.
Yes.
I'm jumping the
Now I
gun.
gotta switch up.
We let
Yeah.
you reel it back a minute.
Now I'm
You
gonna
know-
go to another question, then that'll be your next question. The next question really is, what borough did you learn your biggest lesson in? All right. So before we jump into our next question, Tribe, I just want to shout out Eve. Did y'all see her outfit changes? Like,
She did like three.
shirt, she did her thing. She started off with her Brooklyn, her Biggie. Now she's Sophisticatedly Ratchet. I just wanted to put that out.
She's a part of the tribe,
Yeah.
and you are too.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Check
So
out the
I
shirt.
want to
Thank
jump
you.
into this next rapid fire question. Which borough taught you your biggest lesson? And we could just say it. We don't have to-
I would say, go ahead. I would say Brooklyn. I went to school in Harlem, and everybody was scared of people from Brooklyn because they would hop on the train and they were stealing your Jordans, they were stealing your North Face jacket. You had advancing that was getting got to. So I would say Brooklyn people. So I would just put it on the borough Brooklyn. They get them.
Queens, Flash.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Queens. I feel like Queens taught me how to scam. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
Scammer them there.
Yeah, I feel like I was ahead of my time in terms of like understanding, especially like online scamming from high school even. Now one of my niggas went to jail for this shit. I dodged jail. I ain't going to.
Tell us more.
You said which one?
Tell us more. Tell us more.
One of my niggas went into. We used to do this this scam in terms of understanding how to, I guess, get things from online platforms. I don't want to give too much information, but get things from online platforms without having to spend money. And we got a lot of things from online platforms, especially like electronics. So, and this is one of the reasons why I'm so big into like either tech or electronics, because I always used to have like some of the newest and greatest technology, because we used to order that shit from certain websites, and we found a way not to have to pay for it, either by using fabricated numbers to do
wow.
things,
Yeah.
or
He's already incriminated.
I'm not incriminating shit, because I didn't go to jail, and there's a statute of limitations, and I suffered from none. Okay. Or like I said, we just learned how to kind of scam. I learned two things. I either learned how to scam, and I've also been scammed by dudes in Queens as well.
Shout out to Cutco.
And I will say, like, a dude from Far Rockaway,
Nice.
he scammed the shit out of me, because this is when I was working in Time Warner. I think I serviced his crib, and he had a whole bunch of just things in his crib where I was like, how are you doing all of this in terms of like a lot of electronics or things that were very expensive? And he was like, I put you on. And I was like, yeah. And he never put me on.
He wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
but okay.
I think I was giving him bread, and this was like one of those like the lower end of Bernie Madoff.
He
type
got
of shit.
you.
Little Ponzi scheme?
Yep, it was a Ponzi scheme, and I was sitting here like, I keep giving him money, but I'm not getting anything back.
So he definitely scammed.
Yeah, so I feel like I've learned how to scam, and I've learned how to also get scammed from Queens. So my biggest lessons, of course.
Facts.
I think my biggest lesson came from my borough, unfortunately, and I think the Bronx taught me how to keep my head on a swivel, because I was robbed when I was 19 years old. I'll never forget. And after that incident, like, you're not gonna catch me slipping ever. I'm gonna walk with something tucked. I'm gonna walk with a taser. I'm gonna walk with, I have items that I walk with in my purse. But it definitely taught me how to keep my head on the swivel. Go wrong.
Fair.
I'll say Brooklyn. Just going back to what Tiffany said, a lot of the things that they probably got from you guys in the Bronx, they brought it to Brooklyn. So Brooklyn told me to be careful.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Brooklyn as well. Okay, I came up in Brooklyn and like my job and shit, and like I learned so much like as a manager dealing with people from Brooklyn, because Brooklyn has so many faces. Like these people are freaking. It's a show. It's a comedy show in this place. Like, and it's not funny a lot of the time because it'd be some bullshit. But like, yo, the people are warm. They're mad cool. Like you want to get on their good side. And then the block parties out in freaking in Brooklyn, fuck, amazing, son.
Yeah.
Like the people are just so cool. And I learned a lot in Brooklyn. Period.
Okay.
I agree. I think for sure Queens. We already know Queens. Which can't we look Queens? All right, Queens taught me the most lessons. I think with my scamming ass friend, Queens definitely taught me how to hustle. Right? It taught me how to buy low, sell high. Queens. I don't know. One of my favorite things about Queens is the fact that it's just home to me. Like whenever I come back to Queens, I always feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. I feel revitalized when I come back to Queens, because I remember a lot of things that I learned at Queens. Definitely keep your head on the swivel. I learned that at Queens for sure. Got robbed too. Definitely on the bus. I didn't think you could get robbed on a crowded bus, but you get robbed on a crowded bus.
Like, wait. So I'm concerned because when y'all say get robbed, you're talking about like gunpoint, knife point. What you talking about?
When I'm talking about rob, I'm talking about literally gun cocked back, gunpoint.
Right. Okay.
I was on the back of the bus with my shorty, and we just got out of school, right? So I had a chain on, and my shorty just so happened to be sitting across from me, right? And I'm sitting on this side. Now we at the back of the bus. Now this is the back of the bus. This is the last row of seats, right? I'm on this side, my shorty on that side. A homie sitting next to me, and he take out a gun, and he pointed on the side. He told me to take my chain off. Now my shorty looking at me. Now, I didn't know what I expected her to do, but she tucked her chain. She was smart. She seen it go down, but she put her shit away.
She's like, you only get one today.
She did it. I was like, this is happening right now. This is happening.
We both ain't gonna get got.
So she tucked her chain, and I was like, you for real? He was like, I'm dead ass. He took his shit off. I mean, I took my shit off promptly, and I gave it to him. He hopped off. Now, I remember I was on the Q4, and he got off around, I want to say, right after Liberty, but before you get to Merrick. So this is right by, damn, I can't even name that project over there. It was small. What's the name? It's one of the only few projects on Jamaica Avenue.
40s.
40. He dropped up for the 40
40.
spot. The 40 drop. He jumped off at the 40 stop and ran down the block. I was like, I'm not chasing him.
I believe that.
I'm not chasing him. I'm not going after him. This is a wrap. I got to let this one go. I got to chalk this up.
Yo, I'm not surprised that you were
Our
close to
situation
40s
was similar
project.
too, because I was with my homeboy.
I'm surprised you. I'm
And you was
surprised.
with your girl, so that's crazy.
Crazy.
I'm not surprised you were close to 40s projects when I went down. Okay, because 40s projects is fucking notorious. All right,
Facts.
it's mad small, but
Facts.
there's a lot of shit that goes on in that building. You know.
Facts.
That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna ask this question. Which borough do y'all think is the dirtiest?
You already know we looking at you.
Nigga, I ain't dirty.
We
I'm not dirty.
We ain't say you. We ain't say you. We
I
ain't say you, but we waiting for you to go first.
Harlem.
We waiting for you to
I went to
go.
school in Harlem, and that was the dirty borough. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
Which borough?
Manhattan, Harlem.
So I want to say,
TJ?
I'm from the Bronx,
Yeah.
right? And I know y'all want to say the Bronx is dirty. Fuck all of y'all.
Exactly.
But what I was trying to say is that we're from the northern part
For
of
the
the
Bronx,
Bronx.
exactly.
In unison.
We're
In
not from
unison.
Hyde, right.
We're from the
We're not from the South Bronx.
northern.
We are from the northern part of the
We're
Bronx.
close to Westchester. You know what I mean?
They trying to
Y'all
separate
business
this
now?
borough.
Shout out to Gun Hill Road, Boston
Yes,
Road.
Uptown, Boston
We
Road,
not-
Pelham Parkway.
We not
Yes.
in the lower part of the
Tell them
Bronx.
how they
We're by
feel in the
West
streets.
Point. No shade.
We're
We
by
love the
Pelham.
Bronx.
We're by Pelham Manor.
All right,
Yes,
so I'm
those
gonna
are-
tell you my Bronx experience, right? I had a cousin, my cousin Jamal. He lived in the Bronx, and I went to go visit him, and he was moving into the Bronx. And I ain't never know that people didn't use regular garbage cans or incinerators. People in the Bronx threw garbage out their window. And there was a side of the building where there was
Mad
just
trash.
garbage. Like, they didn't, like, nah, we're not going to the incinerator. We're just going to throw it all here. And years of garbage
What
just
part of the
piled
Bronx
up.
was that?
I don't want to say the
That's
wrong
the
part,
South Bronx.
but I know I was in the
think so.
Bronx.
I know I'm
And I
thinking
know
of
that if you Google garbage in the Bronx, you would probably see that building that had mad trash on the side of it. No disrespect, but that's what I remember.
All right, so what
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
As long as you put
Definitely-
respectfully behind
Respectfully.
it. Thank you.
Definitely the Bronx. But I'm gonna say that,
Definitely.
like, I've always thought the Bronx was dirty. It was just different, like the Bronx, until really like connecting with Tiffany and you guys, because you guys carry yourself like you're from.
We sophisticated.
The north side of the
ratchet.
Bronx.
Yeah.
North side.
Because we
Yeah.
From the north side.
sophisticated ratchet.
So you may now have some new followers. Tell them to follow you guys because
Follow us.
follow. Definitely
Follow.
follow.
They're redefining
Follow
what the
it
Bronx
right
looks like,
now.
ladies and gentlemen.
Because now you have a great representation.
Exactly.
There you
great
go.
representation of the Bronx.
So okay, so y'all gave it to the
Like the way
Bronx.
you did
I'm gonna leave
that.
it there. We're not gonna
God, hold up. Y'all didn't even come to me
No,
yet.
we didn't have- you said
Yeah,
that they
wait,
said
y'all
no.
didn't come to me yet. No, I didn't say
Tell him,
anything.
Shay. Tell him, Shay.
Yo, when you see a dude dragging a coffin in the street to the corner store, where do you think you are?
Bronx.
Brooklyn.
I'm not gonna be too obvious about what my answer is, but it's most likely the Bronx.
When I think of somebody having a shopping cart full of clothes, a whole bunch
Selling
of like
it, too.
a shopping cart with a fold-up shopping cart on it, with a fold-up shopping cart in the back of it,
Crazy.
and they pushing it. It's Bronx.
Yo,
That's the Bronx to
couch.
me.
how about the bottles like
that's
piled up
Harlem.
on
See,
on,
I'm
like,
like,
Dragging
now,
a
let me
shopping
tell
cart,
y'all.
that's
Hold
dragging a
on, we're
shopping
not gonna-
cart, that's
I
dragging a
can't allow
shopping
y'all to
cart.
sit here and bash.
Bronx.
And I'm not trying to
Who
bash.
does
I'm not trying to
Harlem belong
bash. I'm not
to?
trying to bash Harlem either. But Harlem, there's a lot of.
Harlem's
you know,
cracked out.
It's a lot of methadone.
TJ
you know.
never picked a borough.
So who does Harlem belong to? Just
It's Manhattan.
Manhattan,
Manhattan.
yeah.
And that's
I
why.
would say the
and
worst
that's-
crackheads are from Brooklyn and
I say Harlem.
anything that's for
I
not
like
saying
the
Bronx.
answer.
No, go ahead, Flash. And I'm gonna move
No,
it on.
so I ain't gonna.
I say
Yo,
Harlem.
I ain't gonna hold you. So I'm gonna go with a tie, and I know this is like a rare occasion, but I'm gonna go with a tie between Brooklyn and Manhattan. I feel like those are the only two boroughs where I've been catcalled by rats.
Okay.
Facts,
Thank you,
facts,
No,
Flash.
I'm
facts,
being,
facts.
I'm being,
Thank you,
I'm being
Flash.
honest. I'm
Thank
being
you,
honest.
Flash.
Like,
No, he said
I-
Manhattan, which I
Manhattan
said
and
Harlem
Brooklyn.
and Brooklyn.
Like,
Yeah, that's where the
like
crackheads are,
rats
too.
will whistle to you from like the bushes. It's like they what's the bitches that hypnotize you in the ocean?
Sirens.
Sirens or whatever the
Oh my
fuck. It's like they be whispering to you like, come into the bushes.
Nah, definitely Brooklyn and Manhattan crackheads. The Brooklyn crackheads will spray on your car and want to clean your car windshield.
Make it worse.
Remember that?
Yeah.
They willing to
Make it
sell
worse.
you anything from,
Because they
traffic.
hustlers. They
sell-
trying to get money.
Yeah, that's
cool.
what I'm saying. That's crackheads.
Trying to get
That's
some money.
crackheads.
Yo.
Crackheads.
Hustlers.
And Harlem, because it looked like The Walking Dead on 125th Street sometimes.
Yeah.
Yo.
But yeah,
I
go
love
ahead.
Harlem. You know, I have a soft spot for Harlem only because I went to high school there. But
Yeah,
Harlem,
we rep
I do
Harlem.
remember. I'm just being honest, going to school in Harlem and like just smelling the garbage. Like,
Yo.
Yeah, it's hot.
Do you guys notice how the Bronx just answers in unison? They shit on the same boroughs together. Okay.
That's our experience.
Who's the
It's
trashiest
based on our
Staten Island?
experience.
It's
Who's
based
the
on our
dirtiest?
experience.
Manhattan. Trash. The Bronx answers.
Watch
That's why I
your
fuck with
mouth.
y'all. The Bronx sticks together.
You didn't see
Okay.
we have
I said they're a great representation.
Until they said we not from South Bronx.
Nah.
They are a great representation.
Let's
of the
talk
Bronx.
about our
From the
camouflage.
northern part
I'm
of
going to
the
war for my borough. That's why I got the camouflage on. Come on now, 'cause I'm warring. I'm always gonna go to war for my borough. Trust and believe.
It's not just any old camo. This
It's
is
not.
sophisticatedly ratchet
Do you see?
love
camo.
Yes.
Okay, I like
Exactly.
that.
I love it.
All right, now we're gonna have some debates and we could go around with this one. I like this. What is your favorite New York anthem?
Ooh.
Yo, I'm gonna go with Ja Rule joint. I'm from New York.
Yeah, I got 100
Nigga got
grams,
the
100
I
clips.
got 100.
Nigga, I'm from New
How about
York.
we right here? We
Okay.
not going anywhere. We right here. Shouts to my boy DMX. R.I.P.
I like the Alicia Keys and Jay-Z.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's my joint. I like that one.
I like that one because it's become universal. It used to be back in the days, Frank Sinatra,
yeah.
but now like a very well-known song, like for anywhere in the world that you'll hear it, that represents New York is the Alicia Keys
Yeah.
and Jay-Z album
Yeah.
record.
I
trying to think
feel
what
like
else.
Nas's It Was Written is New York. Like when I listen to that album, it automatically takes me to New York. I can't listen to that album without thinking about
Sing
New
it though.
York.
I don't know that one.
It's a whole album.
Okay.
I'm into Nas's accent takes me to New York. You know what I'm saying? He sound like
Yeah,
New
for
York,
sure.
bro. Yo, Nas always sounded like New York.
I'm just gonna Rodomontade and say,
Brooklyn at?
All right.
Brooklyn at? Let's go.
All right, and since we want to go there, I could go there. I could go there too.
8:38, 9, 10.
I could go there
mad
too.
at that.
Now if it wasn't for the Bronx, this rap shit probably never would be going on. Now tell me where you from? Uptown, baby. Uptown, baby.
We get
Uptown,
down, baby.
For the crown, baby. Yes, bitch.
We
50 years of hip hop, and it started in the.
Don't hate on my song.
know.
Nah, but what I will say is we all Rodomontade for New York and for our boroughs.
Of course.
All day, every day. That's never gonna change. Cause we are New Yorkers.
Yeah.
We love our boroughs. Go ahead, Flash.
No, I'm laughing because while nobody saw this, we was debating like,
Yeah.
like which borough would you want to kind of escape to and shit in case of like the zombie apocalypse. And I was sitting here like, yeah, we gotta go to the Bronx. I'm sitting here like zombies don't want tolls and no other shit like that. I feel like number one, Bronx is the most solid fucking borough there is. I want to let y'all know that.
Thank
Bronx
you.
is the
Thank
most
you.
like least
Thank you.
liable borough to ever like either go underwater or like break up if like the earth had like.
I don't know.
shit.
I gotta question that one though, bro. Because I feel like if the zombie apocalypse
You
pop
gotta
off,
go to the Bronx, bro.
we might need to go to Staten Island, gang.
Nah.
We might
that
need
one.
because once we kill everybody on the island who ain't supposed to be there, they gotta swim to us.
Nah.
And we secluded on the
I don't
island.
wanna-
Staten Island may
Listen,
be
there's
the place
nothing
to
but
go,
racist
gang.
people
No,
in
bro, we
Staten
gonna
Island.
fight
You're
for
not
Staten
gonna live
Island,
anyway,
son.
kid.
Staten Island is kind of like Florida and shit.
Yeah,
like,
they
we don't
racist.
talk
Yeah.
about it, but
You
they
wouldn't
be,
live there.
It's,
Like,
it's a little
they
wild
kill
out
you
there.
first.
Let's talk about zombie apocalypse basics.
I
You
don't
gotta
know.
kill people with the zombie apocalypse.
They got guns.
There's still racism during the
Yeah.
We
zombie
gonna kill them all
apocalypse.
first
Like,
before we
No.
secure Staten Island. We gotta purge it first.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
be clear. We gotta do that first.
Nah.
Then we
Wait.
got ground zero. We good from there. So
Wait,
we
wait,
cut off
wait,
all the bridges.
hold up.
Need a ferry. We Gucci.
Where y'all think the most aggressive zombies gonna come from though?
Brooklyn.
It's probably Brooklyn,
Yeah,
right?
I would
Brooklyn and
say
Bronx.
TJ,
I would say
what's
Brooklyn
your
and Bronx.
answer? What's your answer, TJ?
Brooklyn and
What's it
Bronx.
gonna be?
Not Bronx.
Yeah, Brooklyn. But now we're gonna go in a zen.
Oh, you're
Now I
not
have
done.
to
You're not
calm
done.
it
You're
down.
not done.
Now
You're
we
not
gotta calm
done.
it
That's
down.
me
We're gonna
again.
figure
You're
it
not
out.
done.
Yes.
Y'all working me today.
Of
All right.
course. And I'm gonna work you again.
Come on.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be a great ass day. Because I said it was gonna be a great ass day. I won't accept nothing else. Nothing bad will enter my day. Say that shit like you mean it. Howl it. No
So,
bad
let's-
day.
let's go to
Not work,
TJ.
though. This feels like
What is it?
the next 20 seconds for myself. So, Chab, I want you to take the next 20 seconds for
Want
yourself
our
too,
chakra.
okay? So today we're going to be doing the root chakra. It's represented by the color red. The root is known to be responsible for your belonging, feeling sturdy, feeling confident, steadfast, knowing that you belong exactly where you are. So you're exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment. And our root just ties us into the earth. Actually, we had a dope experience yesterday at Vegandale. Mash had a, what do you call it, didgeridoo played on him, and that made him feel like he was like a part of the earth, right, Mash? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, it was mad fire. This dude I met, his name was. Well, you want to talk about this now?
Oh no, okay.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah,
But
we'll save it
anyway,
for later. It's good.
This
It's good
is a way
stuff.
for
Good
you
stuff.
to just,
Good stuff.
ground yourself, right? Because that's what the root chakra is about. So I'm gonna read you guys some affirmations that we can hear, and if they resonate with you, then you go ahead and think about those as we bring this singing ball.
Okay.
I'm on it.
I am grounded and I remain rooted firmly.
Yes, I am.
I am confident in my abilities. I trust myself.
I do.
I have all the tools I need to succeed. And
Yes.
I'm grateful for the strength that radiates throughout my entire body.
Every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another one, wait. I inhale trust and I exhale fear
I did. Like every day.
every day.
Every
Okay,
day.
yeah, I do that.
Whichever one resonate with you, that's what you're gonna focus on right now. We're gonna take a nice deep breath in
Okay.
and out. Drop your shoulders down. No bad days.
No bad days.
Brooklyn.
So I just want to say thank you for listening to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet. I want to thank our guest, Eve, Life of Eve Graham, for joining us on this episode. And of course,
Brooklyn.
she reps Brooklyn. We got Queens. We got the Bronx.
No.
Of course, we represent all, but we represent New York. That's what we do.
But before we wrap up, we want to make sure that we talk about our shirts.
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead, talk about
We
it.
have merch.
There
Yeah.
we
If you
go.
like my shirt,
There
Eat
we
Pussy
go.
Not Meat. This is specifically for Vegan Dale, but if you're a vegan or if you like to eat, hit us up.
What's nigga? Say what is,
Eat
nigga.
Pussy.
There you go. There you go.
We're selling our shirts. Hit us up on our IG. Click the link in the bio for our website and our store.
Yo,
and cop you one today.
TJ,
It says
TJ,
Sophisticatedly Ratchet on the
TJ,
back.
can you?
And we don't know who the winner is.
Can you read the ingredients?
Oh, let me read the ingredients for the shirt. So it says, eat pussy, not meat. The ingredients are 100% homegrown.
Yes, sir.
It's clean.
Yes.
It's moist.
Yes.
It's wet.
A mess.
It's tight.
Ooh.
It's luscious.
Yeah.
Better
It's
be.
durable.
Yes.
It
It's
must be.
loud. It's warm. It's feminine.
Yeah.
It's pink. It's satisfying. And there's a warning though. It says, warning, may come with feelings attached.
Yes,
Nice.
definitely.
That's
So
all
we
on
don't.
the back of that.
I love this
Yes.
shirt, by the way. I don't even know who's the winner for our word of the week. I couldn't keep track. Do we know who's
I
the
think
winner?
Mash won.
Okay.
He said it like,
I give it to Mash too.
Okay.
Oh, really?
I think I said
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Sure.
Shout clapping
Yeah.
for Mash.
All right,
Yeah,
Mash.
good job, Mash. Hey.
Whatever.
Hey, we couldn't give it to our guest. We
Right.
got a
She didn't
guest.
use it.
We gave her a shirt. Hey. Let's give it up for Mash.
Yes,
Oh,
she was
they-
last
Before
time.
we go off,
Wait.
let's just end the guest. I'm family now. That's it.
Sophisticated Ratchet. Yes. Yes.
Well,
Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
$30 for that shirt.
Thank you guys for
Members of the
listening.
tribe.
We love you, tribe. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Peace.
The Sophisticatedly Ratchet podcast is a roundtable conversational podcast that gives a voice to the Black experience.
Millennials from New York City sharing our views on Black lifestyle, culture, relationships, religion, and current events.
Here at SR, we strive to give our listeners the real in a world of fake.
Worldly professionals with class that also know how to switch it up.
Now let's talk our wild shit.